We're going to be looking at the bonnet. We're going to be getting the bonnet fitted, getting all the latch and everything done, and just getting the bonnet just dead right with panel gaps and all of that sort of stuff. Let's get to the workshop. Alright, so what we've got is we've got both parts out of the mould, and they're only just sat on the car roughly, but here they are. Both bits roughly sat on the car, actual fiberglass ready to be mounted. So here we go, we've got the front on, everything's pretty good, it seems, you know, we've got it at the right level and everything. It's time to start properly mounting this. We need to properly mount it, and then we're going to cut the top part, which is the bonnet, free of the bottom part. So we're going to need an opening bonnet, you know, there's an engine in there. But at the moment that is bonded to the taxi bonnet, so we've got all the hinge mechanism, etc. Moving down here to the front bumper, just behind this fiberglass bumper, I bonded a piece of this 50mm by 50mm box section, and at the moment that's just bonded in with foam. But what I will do once the foam's gone off is I'll trim the foam back, and I'll fiberglass all of that in, so this is nice and strong. Putting a support from the back of here, which is now steel, and go into these bumper pickup mounts on the front of the taxi chassis, and then that will keep this really strong and really sturdy on the front of the vehicle. I've got some fiberglass under here now and started to sort of mount this more rigidly to the body, and we've glassed it up here and we've glassed the two halves together, and now what we need to do is we need to cut this bonnet so it opens. We're sort of making the F1 style bonnet gap just there and the same line, but yeah, we're going to cut through all of this glass. It's going to be itchy and nasty. And then we'll get this bonnet, and hopefully the bonnet should just open, because what I've also done is drilled some holes, put foam through, expanding foam, and hopefully it's bonded it to the original body. So when we get it up, all we've got to do is trim back what we don't want of the original bonnet, glass it to this bonnet, and job done. So here we go. This is so we've got the front on here, and the front's looking pretty good, and we've added a lot of bracing. So I've glassed between the wing and the inner wing of the taxi just there. That's just for now. This will have another bit just here, and this whole piece will be covered in by the end. The things that we have done here, down here to the front of the chassis, we've welded these two bits of 50 by 50 box section. They're welded in and then gusseted back. We've also put in these bars here, which have been bonded to the inner of the wing. At the moment they're just done with like sticker flex, but they'll be glassed onto there just to make that a bit better. And then we've come up here with these two uprights to the top, and they support this part of the hinge, which is super strong. So yeah, that's it. That's the front brace. Oh, we're going to have the grill insert just here. That's being made over on the bench over there at the moment, and that should bring some more rigidity to this. But we laid up the fiberglass really thick. You know, all of this is probably about 5mm thick, so it's sort of weapons grade. So yeah, all coming on good. Right, to mount the bonnet, what we did, First, I was going to attach the fiberglass bonnet to the original bonnet, but I decided to trim the original bonnet down. So basically, what I've trimmed it down to is this piece, which is the rear of the bonnet where the hinges mount. So all my hinges are mounted nicely, and I've kept this tubular framework, and I've glassed the tubular framework to the underside of the bonnet, and then I've made these stays just to make the sides of the bonnet a little bit more rigid. They're just stuck on with filler at the minute, but they're going to be glassed on. If you can see this one has already come loose. But what I did, I bonded it on with filler just so I could weld this in place. And then as I weld this, you know, obviously it breaks the bond of the filler because it burns it a bit. But that will be glassed in, and that holds the side of the bonnet, so we've got no flex in there. Right, so if you know these trucks well, they always have absolutely abysmal panel fit, but that's going to be no excuse for me. This one's going to have panels that fit and fit well. So if we look at this bonnet, we look here. So here is not too bad. It's a little bit, but oh my God, look! I can get my little finger under there. It's so bad. And then at the back here, good God, look at this going up to, well, you know what I mean. You could escape from that. Actually got my hand stuck there. So what I'm going to show you, how you close these gaps up. Now, I've done this on a lot of cars. I did this on the bonnet of Cosmotron. I did it on the Rusty Pickup project. I've done it a few times. But basically, you smooth out one side, you put fiberglass on the other side, and you put some tape on the smooth side, close it down, and it just makes a perfect gap. So that's what I'm going to do. So first off, we get the bonnet up, and already I've had a bit of a clean around here, and you know, got any high spots off. And what I'll be doing now is blocking this down so all of this is flat. This piece at the front I'm not too bothered about at the minute, because this needs extra glass and blending into the front of the bonnet, so I'm not too concerned there. But certainly this, and then running into the curve, I'm going to make all that look good. So you may notice I'm doing this by hand. It's because outside today, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and it literally is like, it's like being on some sort of tropical holiday out there. Everyone's out in the garden partying and drinking beer, whereas I'm in here. So that's why I've not got the DA and the big extractors running or anything like that. It's just me and the quiet sander. Okay, so I've got that all nice and level now, blocked it off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tack rag it so the masking tape sticks to it, and then I'm going to cover it in masking tape, and that's our base layer for the bottom. Righto. Right, and so I've masked that up. On these corner parts, I've masked over this edge. So look, I've got this like little flappy area. So what I'll do, I'm going to put fiberglass down, and the fiberglass is going to stick to this part of the bonnet, and then release from this part of the bonnet. But what I want to happen is for the fiberglass to drop down slightly in there. And what that will form is the fiberglass will form like a small rebate into this shape. So as the bonnet shuts, it will lock in into this, and it will stop any sort of lateral movement, particularly on these two front corners. But just make the bonnet a more, you know, it's down and it's latched in. Okay, so I'm going to draw around it with a Sharpie here. I found a Sharpie that actually works, isn't dried up, and in this workshop. That is so rare. So just draw around the bonnet. I'm sure as far as instructional videos, you know, anyone watching this, you don't need to know how to draw around something. Okay then, so I've drawn this line. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put matte and resin up to this line, and I'm going to let it flow over this bit, and that will give me like a little rebate that makes the bonnet click into the bottom bit, and it's going to be amazing. So, on with the fiberglass. Got my fiberglass cut, that's ready to go. What I'm going to do here though, I'm just going to make some marks. So obviously just here, I don't need much. So I'm going to say, like, I'm just going to put like number 1 there, from there to there. I'm probably going to need three to 4 layers there to build that up. Although this is pretty thin, so when it, when it goes down, it will, it'll pinch down on it. Looking closely at these parts, I'm like, good lord. Back here, what's this going to be? This is going to be like, I'm going to need, I'm not even going to put, how many layers I'm going to need. I'm going to put 10 mil on there, because I'm probably going to need 10 mil of fiberglass there to fill this gap. I don't know, probably coming to there, 10 mil. And then this, I can go down, so I only need 1 layer, just there. And I need it, I don't know, 4 layers there. But just to let me know as I'm putting it on where to stack it up and where I don't need it quite so thick. So we'll put the strip of fiberglass all the way round on the masking tape. It's pretty thick down there. I'm hoping it's going to be thick enough. So now we drop the bonnet onto it. I think that's just going to get it, It's a little bit low there, but we can sort that out. All round here is good. Yeah, and all around there, that's got it trapped. So what's going to happen is, this strip of fiberglass I've just put on is going to stick to the bonnet, and hopefully not to the fenders, or else I'll just be chiseling this off tomorrow. But that, once I've ground this up and filled it, that'll give me a perfect fit, and then hopefully a perfect panel gap. Alright, so it's the next day. We've had this drying overnight. So now it's time to see if it will pop back open, or if on the other hand I've just fiberglassed the bonnet shut forever. Right, so here we go. Ooh, sounds promising. Well, it's all good down this side, however not so good on this side. So this part has actually, some of it has stuck to the other bit, so I shall free that off. So then we've got it open. It's pulled off the tape okay. We did have a couple of issues over there, but we've sorted that out. Now, what you see here is this piece of fiberglass. Because it's been on the tape, this mirrors the shape down here exactly. And these bits where it's hanging over, that will be there. So when this is now shut, this will centralise the bonnet. What we'll do, we'll clean this edge up with the grinder, and we'll backfill this so it's super strong, gives more rigidity to the bonnet. And on the outside, we'll clean this off so that this becomes the new bottom edge of the bonnet. And, I've not tried this yet, but if we just look along here, what I'm going to do is shut the bonnet, and we should have a really tight panel gap. There we go. Well, it's a tight panel gap with loads of messy fiberglass. But once we've ground this back, what we'll have is a lovely tight fit to there, and a lot less lateral movement, because you've got that sort of jigsaw effect of one thing just fitting into another. And it may be only by a couple of mil, but once this has got a latch on it, it just makes the bonnet a lot more stable and a lot better fitting as well. You know, it'll make the end car look a lot better. Okay then, so next time on Custom Works, we'll be going to Flying Spares, one of Europe's largest Rolls Royce scrapyards, and we'll be buying some rear seats from a Silver Shadow, and we're going to be making them into a cool bench seat for the front of the WTF1. It's going to be awesome, so until then, get out in the workshop and build something. That's it for another episode. Remember to subscribe, click the bell icon for regular updates, put comments below, and follow me at Automatron4 on Instagram right now. See you next time.